There's only one good reason why you should be a writer, and that's because it's harder for you to not write than it is for you to write. Writing is an incredibly difficult pursuit. I've been writing for about 8 years at this stage, and it's only really at this point that I feel that I have started to start making a decent amount of money from it. So if your motivation is to write because you want to be rich, because you want to be famous, because you want to have thousands of readers all clamoring to sign your book, it's probably not going to happen. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't aim towards those pursuits if that's what you're interested in. I am certainly guilty of being interested in those pursuits, and I don't think that's a bad thing by any means. But when it comes down to it, if you are writing because you want all these external things to change in your world, for me, that is not a good reason to be a writer. Those external things like publications, sales, fame, ultimately, they're not fully in your control. There is an element of luck to these things. Now, I think that by working hard over the course of multiple years, yes, you can increase your odds of gaining these things, but they should not be the sole reason why you're writing. If you want to write, I think that you should be prepared for the fact that the majority of writers do not make money from this. The majority of writers do not see their books received by millions of readers. Even published authors, on average, do not see massive book sales. So if you're watching this right now and you're feeling discouraged by what I'm saying, then maybe it is a reason to look within yourself and ask, am I writing for the right reasons? Is this something that I really need to do? Something that I must do? Something that I would have to do even if I felt like I had no time, even if I felt like I was getting no money from it, even if I felt like no one was reading what I was writing, I still have to do this thing. And if that's not how you're feeling, and instead you're feeling discouraged by this, then perhaps that is a reason to consider not writing. Again, if you can do anything aside from writing, if it is easier to not write than it is to write, then you should probably not be a writer. However, if you find resistance within yourself to that idea, if instead you're thinking, no, Jed, it's so much harder for me to go for a week without writing my story, without thinking about my characters. If it's so much harder for you to not write than it is for you to write, then congratulations, because you've signed yourself up to what I think is one of the most passionate and enjoyable pursuits that a human can do. The craft of telling stories, to entertain, and to elicit deep insights into the human condition. So if even after all of the negative things that I've said in this video, you still said, yes, I still want to write, even though I know it's going to be an uphill battle, even though I know it's, on average, probably not going to result in a lot of money and a lot of fame, and it's going to be difficult at times, then congratulations, I'm really happy for you. I think this is a difficult point to reach, and obviously when you're first starting out as a writer, there may be cases where you do have to push yourself to get into that habit of writing, but once you've been doing it for a long period of time, hopefully it's reached the stage where it is so much harder for you to go a couple of days without writing a story than it is to actually just write the words. If you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Jed Herne. I'm a fantasy author of several books, and I'm also currently working on an interactive fiction game, which is coming up to about 200,000 words, which is sort of insane to me. After this video, you may want to check out this video essay about subplots in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.